Welcome to My Zone Online School. My name is Teacher Mutsa. Get your education booklet in our daily newspaper, street sales, or at your school every Monday to Thursday for pre-primary up until grade 3. The lessons are for listening or watching online. Inside the newspapers, there is an insert of the lesson booklet. Please cut the top of the lesson booklet with a pair of scissors and fold it for ready to use. But there is more. We are also available on our online platforms, MyZone and Zoshi Facebook pages, and in addition, our website, Zoshi Online. Hello everyone and welcome to My Zone Online School. My name is Teacher Mutsa and thank you so much for joining me today. Our theme this week is Summer and the Sky. And before we get into any lessons, boys and girls, we know that we need to sanitize. So let's take our sanitizer and we rub inside our hands, around our hands, in between our fingers, on our wrists, and our fingertips too. Make sure your hands are dry before you touch anything else. For today's lesson, we'll be doing prepositions and data handling. Now, boys and girls, let's start our lesson by going to page 15. On page 15, we are going to be doing prepositions. Now remember, a preposition is a word that tells us where something is. Today, we are going to be focusing on the prepositions in, on, and under. We are also going to be using the pictures to decide what the preposition should be. So let's take a look at the board. Now I want you to follow as well in your booklet because that's where the pictures are. We're going to do the sentences here today and you must fill it in the same time as I do. Number 1 says, let's read it together. The ball is dash the table. Let's read it again. The ball is dash the table. Now, do we say the ball is in the table or on the table or under the table? If you said under, good job. So let's write the word under. Take your time and make sure that your letters are the same size. Good job, everyone. Now, let's move on to number 2. Number 2 says, the flowers are dash the basket. Let's read it again. The flowers are dash the basket. Do we say in the basket, on the basket, or under the basket? Take a good look at your picture. If you said that it is on the basket, that is incorrect. Instead, we should write in the basket. So go ahead and write your answer. Well done if you knew the answer before I said it. Now, the third one says, the books are dash the shelf. Let's read it again together. The books are dash the shelf. Do we say the books are under the shelf? Look at your picture. Do we say the books are in the shelf? Or do we say the books are on the shelf? If you said on the shelf, well done. So go ahead and fill that in. Now your sentences are complete. The rest are for you to fill in by yourself. Read the sentence, choose which one is the correct one, and then write it on the dash. When you're done with that one, we can move to the last part of our lesson today, page 16. On page 16, we are going to be doing data handling. Today, it is all about the fruits. Our job is to first use the information below to complete the bar graph. And then after that, we need to answer the questions. So, we have been told that there are fruits. There are 5 apples, 7 peaches, 8 mangoes, and 10 pears. It's going to be our job to make sure we represent or to put that information on the bar graph. So, let's see how best we can do that, and I will show you what I have done to put that same information. Now on the board, I have finished this already, and I want to show you which ones are the correct ones. Now, if we look, the bottom has the names of the fruits, and then the top will have the number. Remember we said we have 5 apples. So, on my bar graph, I went to the number 5, and then I colored going all the way down to show that there are 5 apples. The same has been done for the peaches. I looked for the number 7 because I was told there were 7. I went there and then I made a pattern to show that all of these are peaches. There are 7 peaches. So go ahead and fill in the rest of the bar graph. Take your time. You can do different designs or you can do different colors. When you're done with that part, you need to answer the questions that follow. So let's take a good look at the questions and I'll leave them for you to answer them. But let's read them together. Now, the first question, number 2A, says, how many mangoes are there? How many mangoes are there? When you are answering your question, I'd like you to answer in full, starting by saying, there are, and then you write the number of mangoes, and then you write the word mangoes. There are, you write the number of mangoes, and then you write the name mangoes. B says, how many more pears are there than apples? How many more pears are there than apples? For this one, we're going to use my bar graph to try and find the answer. So let's take a look at the board. Remember, we are comparing 2 fruits, pears and apples. Let's take a look at our apples. We know that there are 5 apples. And then we also know that there are 10 pears. So, in order to find out how many more there are, we need to count from the number 5 for the apples going to the number of the pears. So we say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That means that there are 5 more pears than there are apples. So, make sure you write that down and say 5 more pears. Then for the last one, boys and girls, I want you to try and do that one by yourselves. It says, how many fruits are there all together? Remember, the word all together helps us know that we are adding. So, you are going to say 5 apples plus 7 peaches plus 8 mangoes plus 10 pears. Now, once you've done that, you'll be able to put them all together and you will have your answer. Take your time with this one. Make sure that you do your graph beautifully. And when you are done, ask an adult to check your work so that we know you've done the right thing. I'll see you soon after the advert break.
Follow us on MyZone Facebook Active Kids to watch your daily lesson and other fun activities with Zoe and Zoshi.
Boys and girls, we are now done with our lesson. But I hope you had fun. Remember, if you're not sure what to do or you got a little bit confused, that's okay. We can always ask an adult for help. But make sure that you finish your work by yourself. So now that we are done, we always need to sanitize. Sanitizing is important because we are getting rid of any germs that might be on our hands. So don't forget to sanitize, and then remember to remind everyone around you to sanitize as well. Make sure your hands are dry before you touch anything else. Zoshi said he was going to come and surprise me, but I'm not sure if he's around. I think he's playing tricks today. Oh, there you are, Zoshi. So, from Zoshi and I, we would like to say thank you for joining us today and goodbye.
Our online school will help you along the way. Find us at www.zoshi.online and download the booklet. Follow us on Facebook to never miss a video. Subscribe to our Zoshi Telegram channel if you want to receive daily updates. Proudly sponsored by the Ministry of Education, Arts and Culture, Namibian Community Trust, UNICEF, MyZone Online School, Amos Meerkat Syllabus, and Capricorn Foundation.